Right now, undefeated, no more. The 11-0 Edgewood Crusaders lose a court battle, meaning they are out of the playoffs.
Plus, a protest in Beloit over a teacher, a student, and a mask. We break down what we found out today about the investigation.
And the quarterback pushes back against what he calls draconian rules and a vaccine witch hunt. News 3 Now at 6 begins right now. Thank you for joining us. The Edgewood High School football season is over. The school's attorneys pleaded with the Dane County judge today to give their undefeated team a chance to be in the playoffs again.
But after hours of testimony and debate, the judge felt there was only one clear way to rule. Our Anna Hansen reports.
Tonight, Edgewood High School's season remains like their court case, closed. Judge Jacob Frost ruled in favor of the WIAA after hearing arguments that a player, Cameron Fain, was ineligible under the WIAA rules. Those rules state that any transferring upperclassman who wants to play sports at their new school has to complete the necessary waivers, and only 8 semesters are allowed, unless there are extenuating circumstances.
Because when they enter grade 9, their athletic eligibility clock begins.
WIAA's attorney Brent Jacobson says Edgewood failed to complete the necessary forms to greenlight Fain as a player, calling him a junior when he was a senior. While the school's athletic director completed a transfer waiver, he did not fill out a consecutive semester waiver, necessary for athletes who play beyond the regulation 8 semesters.
Had he been upfront and honest in submitting the correct form for what he was really asking for, this would have fleshed itself out in the discussion.
Fain, a senior, joined the school's class of 2022, moving from Texas. His transfer waiver was approved.
I would suspect that an athletic director of several decades is well aware of how the rules apply.
Edgewood's attorney, Nikon Sao, argued that the WIAA's wording wasn't clear and that the transfer waiver should have been enough to qualify the student to play.
We don't think that you can read the rules of eligibility in a way that say that they're clear enough to say that what we did was wrong.
He says rules and regulations outlined in the transfer waiver are essentially the same as those in the consecutive semester waiver. With today's ruling, Edgewood's season is over, with Kewaskum, who previously lost 40-0 to the Crusaders, taking their place in the tournament. In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
In a statement released today, high school president Mike Elliott says school officials are very disappointed in the ruling, denying any wrongdoing by the player or the coaching staff.
An incident dealing with masks last week in a Beloit school led to a social media outrage, conflicting storylines, and a protest this afternoon.
But investigative reporter Naomi Coles joins us first to explain what's said to have happened and who hasn't been heard from yet, teachers and witnesses. Naomi?
I got the police reports through an open records request this morning, which paint a more nuanced picture. The special education teacher told police it all started when the student pulled his mask over his eyes when she asked the class to wear their mask properly. When the student didn't comply, she joked that she'd have to tape it on him and told police that she jokes like that with the class a lot. She says the student then challenged her to do it while laughing. And she says she used a small piece of clear classroom tape on the front of his mask, then immediately took it off. Both of them laughed and went back to work, but that night parents reported it to police and the next day told police they wanted assault charges. Police ultimately found no evidence of a crime and told the student his account differed from 2 teachers who were there. Plus, video evidence didn't corroborate his claim that he went to an administrator afterwards. Now, other witnesses in the room have conflicting accounts of how much or where the tape was used, but several agree that the whole thing was a joke. But now police tell me there's 2 open investigations into racist threats made afterwards against school staff. Now, I've laid out everything in those reports online in more detail at channel3000.com.
Beloit schools were closed today in anticipation of protest. The district, along with the Beloit Police Department, did not go into great detail about the reason for their decision, citing safety and disruption concerns. Our Brad Hamilton is live from where people did gather earlier today. Brad?
Well, people that were here in small numbers with only about a few dozen protesters out. And the event really only lasted about an hour and a half. Now, we know that many people that were here were protesting in regards to an incident involving a kid and a teacher, and the young student claimed that the teacher had put a mask or taped a mask over his face in a classroom setting. Many people here who were here today would not comment, but the ones who did feel what the student claims should ultimately lead to charges. We also got a chance to speak with a the woman who was here in support of the teacher involved. She drove all the way from Milwaukee to share this message.
Is to stand behind the teacher who did nothing wrong. I believe this mask thing is being politicized. She did no harm to the student. She just wanted the student to wear a mask to possibly protect herself and the other students in the class.
At least 3 men I spoke with today claimed to be here on behalf of the Proud Boys organization. And in a statement, school officials said that they canceled classes due to, in part, some of the behavior and language that some groups expected to be here today. And as we know, they did not name the Proud Boys in that message, but obviously one of the groups that did show here, or at least claimed to be here, were the Proud Boys. Reporting live tonight in Beloit, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
Brad, thank you. A Madison East High School student is facing 2 felony charges in relation to an alleged sexual assault. The 17-year-old is charged with 1 count of second-degree sexual assault by use of force and 1 count of strangulation and suffocation. A criminal complaint alleges the student strangled and sexually assaulted the victim at a homecoming house party on October 10th. Today, a judge ruled the student to be held on a signature bond and have no contact with the victim.
Let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Well, it's a quiet afternoon on the patio going into the evening. Skies are partly cloudy right now. There are a few clouds out there. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam downtown Madison shows the Capitol lit up, but no rain around here. In fact, really the only rain of any consequence is up in North Dakota. That's the nearest precipitation to Wisconsin. Low temperatures last night, not quite as cold as previous nights. A few spots were chilly, but here in Madison we only dropped to around 32 degrees. And high temperatures today were in the lower 50s. Madison reaching 51, 54 in Janesville, and 56 in Boscobel. Right now temperatures are still in the upper 40s, middle to upper 40s to the lower 50s across southern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning we'll drop to about 39 here in town. Look for skies to be sunny for tomorrow, and it'll be milder with a high temperature of 60. It looks like we'll be in the 60s for Sunday and Monday as well. I'll tell you how long the mild weather will last in just a few minutes.
Aaron Rodgers is playing defense, not on the field, but on the airwaves right now. During an appearance today on the Pat McAfee Show, Rodgers shared his side of things surrounding his COVID diagnosis and, more controversially, his vaccination status and people he consulted with. McKenna Alexander listened in on that interview. And McKenna, what was his justification for using the term immunized?
Well, Rodgers feels what he told reporters in August was the truth, that he is immunized but never said vaccinated. Rodgers chose not to get a COVID vaccine because of an allergy to an ingredient in mRNA vaccines, leaving him with only Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. He said blood clot fears, which popped up briefly with J&J in April, meant that vaccine was out for him too. And that decision is something Rodgers believes people need to make for themselves. He complained vaccines as a whole are too political, also complaining about the NFL's policies, and described media attention around vaccination status as a witch hunt.
Everyone in the squad knew I was not vaccinated. Everyone in the organization knew I wasn't vaccinated. I wasn't hiding it from anybody. I was trying to minimize and mitigate having to have this conversation that would go on and on.
Rodgers said the NFL would not categorize him as vaccinated against COVID, despite the QB undergoing what he's described as a form of immunization protocol. Some of those comments today drew anger online, especially when Rodgers spoke about debunked treatment options and vaccine risks that doctors largely agree are minimal. Coming up in sports, Jordan will share what Coach Matt LaFleur and Devontae Adams had to say about Rodgers' latest comments.
Well, many people are eligible for their COVID-19 booster now. So today, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway hopped in front of a camera to show the booster is so safe she will take it herself. This was her first time being in the new clinic at the Alliance Energy Center, and she spoke highly of the center. She also discussed how important it is for everyone in Dane County to be both vaccinated and boosted so we can reach herd immunity.
The Kyle Rittenhouse trial continues to move forward as more people give their testimony. Today, Jason Lakowski took the stand. He was another armed civilian who went to Kenosha that night. Lakowski called Joseph Rosenbaum, the first man that Rittenhouse shot, a, quote, babbling idiot, but said he didn't think he was a threat. Later, Rosenbaum's fiancée took the stand.
Once you saw that video, what did you do?
I broke down, and I can't get that image out of my head, so Yeah.
Earlier today, another juror was dismissed. This time it was a woman with a pregnancy-related health issue.
A veteran is getting a brand new roof over his head thanks to a good cause. Michael Moore was the winner of the Roofing a Vet campaign. His grandson nominated him. Today, Hines Contracting replaced Moore's old roof free of charge.
We came up with this because we wanted to be able to give back to the community and didn't feel like veterans as a whole are appreciated as much as what they should be.
It's much needed, and it's amazing. They're doing a really good job.
Appreciation for the guys and the company.
This was the second year of the Roof a Vet campaign. Zern Building Products and Gaff Roofing also helped with this installation.
Well, still to come tonight at 6, some high school students are showing off a new mural in Dane County. The message they're looking to share.
Plus, UW-Madison and the Ho-Chunk Nation make history today on Bascom Hill.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Forget the Black Friday crowds and get Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. Black Friday pricing is in effect on hundreds of popular appliances like this LG 4.5 cubic foot front load washer with steam for just $748. That's not all. Bundle up and save even more with up to $1,000 back exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop in store or online at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
During Steinhaffel's 3-day sale, you're going to save like never before. Start with 35% off the largest selection of in-stock furniture, mattresses, and decor. Plus, take an extra $100 off when you spend $19.99. And when you take advantage of Steinhaffel's special financing, you save even more. It's a sale so big that it can only last 3 days. So get in early and save big. It's Steinhaffel's 3-day sale, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
The snow, the ice, the bitter cold. The joys of a Midwestern winter. Keep your family warm, safe, and comfortable with 30% off Feltco windows and no interest for 1 year. Our energy-efficient windows will keep the harsh weather out and the heat in. So get those drafty windows replaced now.
30% off Feltco windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. A new mural is being unveiled in downtown Mount Horeb.
It's located on 2nd Street at the Sun Cafe. Art students from Mount Horeb High School partnered with Dane Arts Mural Arts to work on the project. They started in September. The purpose of the mural is to help normalize conversations about mental health and wellness.
Oh, the students loved it. I mean, what a great opportunity for them, right? That they get to be part of this, and every time they walk by it here in town, they can say, I helped paint that, I helped paint it. Yeah.
This is the second mental wellness mural the school has painted. The other one is in Mount Horeb High School. For the first time in UW-Madison history, the flag of the Ho-Chunk Nation is flying atop Bascom Hill.
It is part of an ongoing commitment to educate the campus community about First Nations history. This is also the first time the university is showing respect to another nation by flying their flag for a day alongside the American flag and the state flag.
This occasion you are witnessing today is not only an acknowledgement of all that is history, but a testimony that our community is intertwined.
Thousands of years ago, Bascom Hill was sacred ground for the Ho-Chunk people. Construction for the encampment site on Dairy Drive is underway.
Coming up, we take a closer look at the project, including what won't be included. And coming up, could we be getting a glimpse of winter next week? Gary is back with your full forecast.
The grand opening of the all-new Ashley HOMESTORE of Madison is on now. Don't miss grand opening specials up to 65% off while they last. Plus, no interest until November 2026. The grand opening sale is on now at the Ashley HOMESTORE of Madison on East Springs Drive.
Update your home's exterior and protect your home with Atlas Roofing from Menards. Castleberg shingles add value to your home and are available in 7 colors with a limited lifetime warranty. Save 11% on Castleberg shingles. Update your garage with a new Chamberlain garage door opener. They offer innovative high-tech features and security to make it easy for home and garage access. Get 11% off Chamberlain garage door openers at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. We all dream of big things. A boat, a second home, or simply a better future for those around us. At the Burrish Group at UBS, we're invested in your dreams, no matter how big or small. Because we believe anything can be achieved with the right plan and goals in mind. Because when dreams come true, it's an experience that lasts a lifetime. Call the Burrish Group today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
I have worked at HuffCore for the last 36 years.
HuffCore closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
Welcome back. Construction is in full swing for a $2 million encampment site on Dairy Drive. That's where the city of Madison plans to relocate people currently living in tents at Rindall Park before the winter.
Our I-Team's Nicole Herzog checked in with city officials to find out how long the site will be able to run.
A grassy piece of city-owned land will soon be a neighborhood of 30 tiny homes.
There's going to be warmth and some structure for them to be and live temporarily.
In 2 weeks, the city of Madison will open its first sheltered encampment site for the homeless. The site will be fully equipped with electricity, and each 8x8 structure has lighting, a mini fridge, and units for heating and air conditioning.
While they're staying here, they'll be paired with resources and ways that they can transition out of these temporary units.
It's funded by federal COVID relief dollars. $2 million set aside for this and another site. Funds that can be used through 2026. That includes $900,000 for setup expenses, including the shelters, plus about $75,000 a month to maintain. Engineering Division Public Information Officer Hannah Mohanitsky says the project is just a temporary solution.
There's no way we can put a timeline on that when we are trying to handle and work with people to find solutions that fit best for them.
That timeline could change. If the site lasts longer than 2 years, funding would likely come from elsewhere.
And certainly that decision, if it falls in favor of continuing the campground, would also have to include a discussion about how to pay ongoing operating expenses.
For now, how long the encampment will last remains a question.
But it's too early to say. It's too early to know what we will do at the end of that 2-year period.
One thing the structures will not have is indoor plumbing. The city says a communal bathroom facility will save money and get the site built as fast as possible. In the future, even if that site is no longer being used, the structures can likely be repurposed for other uses. Let's now take a look at your first warn forecast, where it sounds like we might be seeing some snow in the future, Gary.
Flurries mixed in with rain showers. Let's be clear here. We're not looking at a winter storm or anything, but we will definitely see a change in the weather pattern toward the end of next week. In the short term, we're going to enjoy the nice mild weather this weekend, but we'll lose an hour of sunlight on Sunday because our clocks fall back an hour. We go off of daylight saving time. So at 2 o'clock Sunday morning, the clocks go back to 1 a.m. So you get an extra hour of sleep, but you lose that hour of sunlight. It actually shifts to early morning, so it'll get light an hour earlier and it'll get dark an hour earlier in the afternoon. Doppler track, pretty quiet across the upper Midwest. A few showers up in North Dakota. That's about it. Wisconsin right now completely free of precipitation. Three things you need to know. High temperatures will be at or above 60 degrees for tomorrow, for Sunday, and for Monday as well. So we've got a period of mild weather. Dry weather also continues into early next week. Not looking for any rain until probably Tuesday at the earliest. And then we'll see some shower chances the second part of next week. And that's when we could see some mixed flakes of snow in with the rain showers later on next week as temperatures start to turn colder, especially at night in the early morning hours. In the short term, our jet stream pattern has become more southwesterly, will become more southwesterly as we head into the early part of next week. That allows mild Pacific air to move into the Midwest, but eventually that pattern will start to shift. A storm system will move through, and notice how the jet stream starts to sag southward as we head toward Friday. That's when we start to see enough cold air where we could start to see a mix of rain and snow showers, and that will continue into the weekend as temperatures stay below normal for next weekend and into the start of the following week. Now on weather track today, things very quiet across much of the country. Some showers and thunderstorms in the southeastern part of the country, a storm system in the Pacific Northwest, those showers up in North Dakota, and out the rest of the country pretty quiet. Upper level winds right now out of the west, so that's bringing in milder Pacific air. So even when you have cold fronts come through, they don't have a lot of cold air behind them. It's more of a wind shift, and it gets a little cooler at night. But right now, temperatures are in the 40s through Wisconsin, 50s out to the west of us, and that milder weather continues to head in our direction. So on future track, notice the winds out of the south and southwest tonight. Even as the skies clear out by tomorrow morning, we'll see sunshine for tomorrow. That will allow temperatures to get up to around 60. Sunday, probably middle 60s with winds continuing out of the south, maybe a few more clouds, but that trend will continue into Monday before we start to see a change toward cooler weather by Tuesday. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, milder, high temperature at 60, up to 64 Sunday, 63 on Monday. Tuesday, we drop back to 55. There's a chance of showers. Wednesday, some showers in the afternoon. Best chances of rain probably on Veterans Day Thursday with some showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. And then by Thursday night into Friday morning and Friday night into Saturday and Sunday, the possibility for some flakes of snow to mix in with rain showers.
Well, we've heard from Aaron Rodgers. Now let's hear from his team. We have more from LaFleur and Adams coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A celebration of life, love, laughter, and Fiddler on the Roof.
At Overture Center, November 16th through 21st. Tickets at overture.org. Meineke is continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. When roads get wet and your tires are in bad condition, accidents happen. Meineke will inspect, repair, or replace your tires to make sure you stay safe on the road. Book your appointment today. Meineke Car Care Center, doing car care right.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pill after pill that just masks your ED. Fix it for good. We can make the difference. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
At Security Health Plan, we're celebrating you. And you. 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 And you. By offering affordable Medicare plans with special perks just for you. Register for a seminar or personal appointment to learn more.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, but with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to the best skin of your life, HydraFacials. Book a free consultation to learn how HydraFacials are different at Robertson.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't
inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
A celebration of life, love, laughter, and Fiddler on the Roof.
At Overture Center, November 16th through 21st. Tickets at overture.org.
Hi, folks. Saturday morning, it's Wisconsin versus Rutgers. We've got a preview of the game and where the Badgers stand now with a month left in the season. And Julian's got your weekend forecast. Join us Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Getting candid once again. He didn't hold back in talking about his situation on the Pat McAfee show earlier. And moments after his interview, the Packers held their presser. They made it clear they're not here to talk about his situation, and really, they're just not focusing on it.
I think our locker room is totally focused at the task at hand. I think that's always been the case. I think they do a great job of worrying about playing football and then going out there and giving our best effort.
At the end of the day, everybody's a grown man. They can make the decision. If you get it, I'm happy for you. If you don't, I'm happy for you. Obviously, you just got to be smart about how people move around. But, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
In other Packer news, the team reactivated Davante Adams from the reserve COVID-19 list just in time for Sunday's game with Kansas City, where Jordan Love is set to make his first NFL career start. Kickoff is at 3:25. Girls State Volleyball McFarland taking on Pewaukee in the Division II semifinals, and the Spartans and Avery Pennekamp were ready. Pennekamp drops the hammer for one of her match-high 18 kills. Well, then later in the set, it's Hannah Rounds serving up an ace as McFarland advances to the championship tomorrow, where they'll face the winner of this next match. Sheila Green and Reedsburg making their first trip to state, taking on Luxembourg Casco. And the Beavers were on the attack early. Macy Wienman gets tricky with a tip for the point, but the Spartans are ranked second in Division II for a reason. Autumn Flynn hammers home the kill, and Reedsburg falls in straight sets 3-0 in the final. And in the Division IV semifinals, a tough battle for Monticello. In their first trip to state, they fall in 4 sets. And down in Milwaukee, the state boys soccer tournament, Division III semifinals, Notre Dame shuts out McFarland 2-0, advancing to tomorrow's final with top seed Shorewood. Division II semifinal features top seed Oregon and River Falls. Panthers win 2-0, and they're moving on to the finals. And as we learned earlier in the newscast, Edgewood football season is officially over, meaning Kewaskum is back in the playoffs. They face Columbus tomorrow night in a Level 3 playoff game. Kickoff is set for 7 at Columbus High School. Gary?
The temperatures are getting cooler. We're down in the upper 40s here in Madison. A few places out to the west still in the 50s, including La Crosse and Boscobel. By tomorrow morning, dropping to about 39. Sunny skies tomorrow. High temperature at 60, up to 64 Sunday, 63 Monday. Mid-50s the middle of next week with some rain shower chances. By the end of the week, those showers could mix with some flakes of snow as high temperatures drop back into the lower 40s.
All right, Gary, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Hope to see you back here tonight at 10.